let me show you how you can increase the damage of any weapon in Call of Duty Mobile. Alright, so the only way you can increase the damage on your weapon is through Gunsmith. So when you come to the Gunsmith of your weapon, this stats right here, don't let it deceive you. It doesn't really matter. So remove your attention from this stats right here. There are 3 Gunsmith stats that you need to pay attention to, and these are damage, damage range, and body part multiplier. So damage, damage range, and body part multiplier. If you click on this button right here, it takes you to the weapon charts. So this way you can see the damage and the damage range of your weapon, as well as the body part multiplier. If you take a look at the left side of your screen, that is where you will find the body part multiplier. So what this means is when you shoot the head of an enemy player, the damage, the base damage of the weapon that you are using will be multiplied by 1.2. The chest also is 1.2, the upper arm 1.1, the lower arm 1.1, the stomach 1, but the legs 0.9. So this is the body part multiplier. So as you can see, this QQ9 has no attachments. The second one down here also has no attachments. The base damage of the QQ9 is 28. So now for the body part multiplier, if you shoot the head, it will be 1.2, right? So that means 28 times 1.2. That will give you 33.6. Now look at this figure right here. If I should shoot the head, it is going to give me 33 damage. You see? But this will be up until 11 meters. Once you pass 11 meters, the damage drop to 23. Once you pass 16 meters, it will drop to 17. But from 20 meters down to 60 meters, it will be 15 damage. So just remember that the damage range tells you how much damage your weapon can deal based on how close or how far the target is. And then each body part has their own multiplier. So they will always be multiplied by a certain number. Each weapon has it different, but this one is for the QQ9. So now that you understand the damage, damage range, and body part multiplier, how can we increase it? We can do this by using a muzzle, a barrel, or ammunition attachments. If you come to the ammunition right here, we will find 45 round extended mag, fast reload, and 10mm 30 round reload. As you can see, the 30 round reload comes with 15% damage range. So that damage range that we talked about earlier, it will be increased by 15%. And then the base damage, which is 28, we receive 2 extra points. So that means from 28, it will become 30 damage. And then the body part multiplier will be increased. So that means that head that was 1.2 might become 1.3, the leg that was 0.9 might become 1.0, and the arm that was 1.1 might become 1.2 or 1.3. We don't know. And then we get 30% bullet impact. This means 30% of the shots that you shoot through walls or objects will land. So if you come back to the weapon chart and we go ahead and equip that 30 round reload, now this is the one with the attachment and this is the one without the attachment. Now you can see that the base damage has gone from 28 to 30. Not just the base damage, but also the damage range. It was dealing 28 damage up until 11 meters, but now it is dealing 30 damage up until 12.7. You can see the increase. And then if you look at the left side of the screen, the body part multiplier has also increased. The head, which was 1.2, is now 1.3. So that means instead of the base damage being times by 1.2, it will now be times by 1.3. You can see the same thing for the lower arm, which was 1.1 before, and now it is 1.2. If you go ahead and add another attachment, one that increases the damage range, we will see that the damage range again has increased. We can still add another attachment, like the monolithic suppressor, which gives us 15% more damage range. And then you see the damage range still increases. So this means when you're shooting a weapon, even when the enemy is 16.5 meters away, your base damage will remain 30 compared to the way it was before, which was only up to 11 meters. So now it is up to 16.5 meters. That's an extra 5.5 meters. But be careful. When you are using attachments that increase your damage or damage range, there are downsides to it, like sometimes you might lose ADS movement speed or lose ADS bullet spread or even lose your ADS time. So it is important that you create a balance between your damage and other Gunsmith stats. So if you are going to improve your damage range, you can use like maybe 2 attachments or maybe just 1, but try to create a balance so that you do not lose out on your speed or your accuracy or even your recoil control. Alright, so that will be all for now. This is my Gunsmith for the QQ9. And by the way, if you are struggling at the game and you need someone to help you, you want to get better at the game, you want to understand Gunsmith, ranked, you want to understand how to be accurate or how to find your sensitivity, anything at all, if you need anything, feel free to book a coaching session with me by using the link in my bio.